Hello and welcome to the Mariners Massive. This is our 22nd game of the season. We are in Gosford at the Central Coast Stadium as the Mariners host Western Sydney Wanderers, now managed by Patrick Van Zyk. He has selected a team containing a back four, not something you'll see from Carl Robinson's Western Sydney Wanderers in real life at the moment. The likes of Bernie Abini, not even on the bench. Up front, he's gone with Bruce Kamau and Simon Cox as a pair. Interesting. As far as the Mariners are concerned, we of course are top of the A-League and looking to capitalise on any future slip-ups by the likes of Wellington Phoenix and Sydney FC so that we can get this premiership secured and then start to focus our attention on the upcoming championship. Let's head into the dressing room. The recommendation from our assistant manager John Aloisi, potential Melbourne Victory manager in real life. Not sure if he'll get a look in really. Victory preferring Tony Popovich or Ufi Talai, who is of course over at Wellington Phoenix. The issue with the Knicks is that they can't qualify for continental competition. Obviously, that currently occupying the news here in Europe, but the Knicks are without qualification route because they are not an AFC recognised club. They're OFC, I think. That means that they can't qualify through the A-League despite competing along with teams from Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane and indeed Gosford. We're going to take Big John's suggestion here, which didn't have any influence on any of the players, but they are composed. We've got a question here from Mike Heaton from Goal. Central Coast Mariners will all but qualify for the Champions League proper with a win because of your goal difference. Thank you ever so much. We have put ourselves into a really strong position and everybody is coming to work with a smile on their face. I'm not at all concerned that morale could plummet with a loss. No way. And here we see the team sheet for the Mariners, a 4-2-3-1 formation, whereas Western Sydney Wanderers, here it is, they've gone for a 4-2-3-1 as well. Kamau not up front with Cox. So if anything, that is a damning indictment of my scouting department, who told me that it was going to be a flat 4-4-2. Absolutely wonderful. Great to see for them. Thank you ever so much for that. I should say that the Wanderers are down in 10th place on the A-League ladder. Central Coast Mariners, of course, up in the lofty heights of first position. They are 11th on the form table. We are first. And the Western Sydney side, the red and black, have lost 4 of their last 5 games. However, this is the type of fixture that my teams tend to lose when we are overwhelming favourites. Early pressure from the Wanderers, getting it into the Mariners' half. But a big ball upfield, and it's a save by Mark Birighitti. Really good low-down save to his left as we earn a free kick from the resulting corner. We'll just go through our team very briefly. Mark Birighitti is in goal. Andrew Redmayne is on the bench and will get a chance in the coming weeks, but we're sticking with Biraz so far. Louis Fenton at right back due to Jack Clisby's injury. That means that Negro has gone over to the left. Niedermeyer and the excellent Ruan Tongic in central defence. Central midfield, we've got Gianni Stensness and Ollie Bozanic. Then we've got Bowman on the right. Not entirely comfortable out there, but I think he'll do a good job. Marco Urena through the middle. Daniel De Silva coming in from the left. Matty Simon up front. 2 bookings so far for Western Sydney Wanderers. Keanu Bacchus and Jordan O'Doherty. Now, they are the central midfield partnership, I believe, which is a bit interesting. As Bozanic plays in the free kick, Niedermeyer with the header onto the woodwork. Great start for the Mariners. Let's see if we can get a goal here. De Silva now with the free kick. and it's in, straight in, his 6th of the season, found the top bins. Absolutely sensational play from the young man here. Seen on the replay, look at the swaz, the bend on that. A great goal by a player that surely in real life will get a big opportunity in Europe, you'd have thought, in the coming seasons. However, that is Simon Cox through, and he brings a good save out of Mark Birighitti. And there he is, just gathering up the ball. Big throw out from him, but here's the Wanderers' pressure. It's still coming, and there's the goal. Simon Cox, as we said, we play against teams that aren't playing well, and all of a sudden, they're on top of us. Nikolai Muller with the ball through to Jordan O'Doherty, and there's Cox through the Irishman. The Irish international, I should say. I think he's English born, but an Irish international. Not enough pressure on the ball, and perhaps it's this issue with Tongic man marking Bruce Kamau, which has caused a bit of a problem. So we need to just correct that. I think when I set this up, we were playing against that 4-4-2, and therefore Tongic just being pulled out of position due to my own instructions. However, we do have Niedermeyer, and he should be marking Simon Cox. He is, but obviously didn't do a good enough job as the Irish international equalised for the Wanderers. Again, pressure from Western Sydney. In real life, of course, they are a bit disappointing this season. Has to be said, Carl Robinson did a fantastic job with Vancouver Whitecaps. He was there for around 5 years before moving to the A-League last season with Newcastle Jets, where he did a fantastic job. Ended the season really strong in the Hunter. Moved on to Western Sydney late in the off-season. I think looking for stability, I'd say, and the ability to bring in players, and certainly has signed several good ones, including, of course, Bernie Ibini, who was at Newcastle last season. James Troisi moving over from Adelaide, although a bit of controversy around that one. He was informed that he wasn't required by Carl Vert and the management there at Cooper Stadium, only to then perhaps they changed their mind but didn't really tell him, so he was busy sort of seeking his fortune elsewhere. Rocked up at Bankwest Stadium as Nikolai Muller robs the ball from Rowan Tongic and draws a save from Mark Birighitti. It is, I was going to say, an expensively assembled squad at the Wanderers. I think it is in terms of quality. Teams have a salary cap in the A-League, so how they use that is of course their own business. But I suspect the Wanderers are pushing to the upper limit of that, and they're only just hanging on in the top 6. They've got the points on the board, but the likes of Western United and Brisbane Roar are hot on their heels with games in hand and only a few points shy of the crucial 6th place, which gets you into the final series. So lots to do for the Wanderers. They just seem to be underwhelming, I think is the word. As the ball goes into the back post, Bacchus now is going to recycle possession. Ziggy Gordon, a really good signing from the Mariners. And it's through on goal, and Mark Birighitti again has to make a save. This is what I mean about teams that aren't playing well, all of a sudden raising their game against the league leaders. This is the sort of thing that Manchester United have to deal with for years, as Marco Urena tries a strike and earns a corner off Vedran Janjetovic. Injured, of course, in real life. He is not so in the world of the Mariners Massive. This has been a pretty end-to-end game, although it has to be said, the XG quite low for both sides. Now we've got an attack with the Mariners. Marco Urena to Matt Silva. Matt Simon. Matt Silva? Daniel De Silva and Matt Simon. Just combining the two players there, easily done. As we head pretty much to the half-time break with the scores level. Although, there's Urena again going close. Almost putting Matt Simon in. We are level in Gosford at the break. No changes planned, but I want to tell them to keep going. There we go. Plenty of motivation. I think that's going to be key for the second half. And in fact, as we begin, I'm just going to give a bit of an encouragement shout to the boys, just to let them know that I fully believe in their abilities. Didn't quite work for everybody. Stefan Negro not really enjoying that one, nor did Marco Urena. We do have a corner, but is not worthy of a highlight. I hate to see corners that are not worthy of a highlight. There's Birighitti with another save, and now the fourth Wanderers player goes into the book. Are they going to end the game with all 11 men on the pitch? You have to wonder, as Janjetovic takes a goal kick. Negro with the clearance now. You've got to encourage them to go high, because if they do, there's a chance that we can cut this out. Big ball upfield by Birighitti, but it's cut out there. Bowman retrieves possession. Really good play by him. But again, it's not good enough. We're not getting a foot on the ball here. This is disappointing. One of our most disappointing performances of the season. Absolutely no reason why we're behind now to Simon Cox. Nikolai Muller with the cross. Cox converts. And it's 2-1 to the team from back west. Oh, finally, my encouraged shout makes it through to the boys. Wonderful. Absolutely excellent there. Muller's good cross. And Cox, he got in behind Niedermeyer, didn't he? I do wonder if perhaps we have picked the wrong player to man-mark him. Niedermeyer playing him on as well. That's all-round bad play from the German central defender. Absolutely not what you expect from a player of his quality in the game. I don't think we really saw it in real life in the A-League, but in the game, he's certainly an accomplished defender. So that is a bit of a sickener, to be honest. Simon Cox now needs to be closed down. Well, yeah, he's scored 2 goals there, Big John. As always, Big John Aloisi not proving the sharpest knife in the drawer, if I'm honest. Again, in this game. I wouldn't think he'd be a bad manager for Melbourne Victory, to be honest. But it does look like Tony Popovic is a lock for that job. It's basically his if he wants it, is what's going on there. This will be aired on Thursday. Perhaps something will have happened by then. Possibly not. As Kai Rolls takes a free kick here. He's gone out wide to Negro. Can he get a cross in? He can, but it's cleared away now. Stensness with a disappointing, aimless ball straight into the hands of Janjetovic. It's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper, who for a moment there looked a little bit in trouble. Here's De Silva. Beats his man. Can he get the cross in? He can, and it's back post, Daniel Bowman. That is 2-2. We have a Desmond on our hands. As we see the replay here, De Silva doesn't give it up. Keeps focusing his attention on Bacchus. And there's the cross right to the back post. And Bowman's there with his right foot just to convert the chance. And all of a sudden the Mariners are back on equal footing now. Time to make some changes. And in fact, it has to be said, Marcos Urena, poor today. Off he goes. On comes Stefan Jankovic. In fact, I'm not happy with that change. I'm going to move him out onto the right. No. And in fact, I'm going to take off Gianni Stensness. Is what I'm going to do. Swap him with Jankovic, and we are going to bring on Ruiz Diaz. Now, of course, in real life, he has moved abroad. He's in Europe at the moment. But when this game started, this save, the data still had him with the Mariners. So we're sticking with him. So he's on the pitch now. And do you know what? For once, we're going to demand more. Never do this anymore. Always encourage the boys. But just this once, we are going to demand more of our players. XG very even. And here we have, I was going to say Wanderers on the attack, but Matt Simon with a fantastic ball out to De Silva. And it took Tate Russell at the back, I believe, there, for the Wanderers to defend well. 20 minutes to play, plenty of time for both teams to score a winning goal. Good attacking football on show, 16 shots to 13, 8 on target for both sides now. And here we've got a corner for the Wanderers. Cleared upfield. O'Doherty's going to play the ball back in. Dorrans now. But it's poor from him. Going to be recycled though by Bruce Kamau, who finds the bottom corner. What a powerful strike that was. Poor from Mark Birighitti, beaten at his near post. You never like to see your goalkeeper beaten at his near post. Look at this. Oh, there's just nobody closing him down. Louis Fenton should be out there. He hits a hopeful looking shot, the commentary says. But be that as it may, it was true and straight into the back of the goal, beating Birighitti. And if we're going to get anything from this, we've got to come from behind again. Matt Simon now through to Bowman. He gets crowded out of it. Niedermeyer picks up the ball. Bowman doing some good work there. Across to Fenton, who earns the corner. Can the Mariners profit from this corner delivery? Bozanic with the ball in. No, it's cleared upfield. Bozanic now. Can he strike? Straight into the hands of Veteran FC. The Wanderers leading 3-2 here in Gosford. They are upsetting the apple cart. Absolutely. The suggestion is to bring off Niedermeyer for Janota. Don't be ridiculous. A central midfielder, even an attacking midfielder, I'd say, coming on for a defender. I don't know what John Aloisi is smoking, but he needs to share it with the group, I think. 3-2 down, and he wants me to bring on a midfielder for a central defender. Can't think of anything worse. We're certainly not doing that. Perhaps he should suggest bringing off one of the attacking players. In fact, I think that's what we're going to have to do, to be honest. Despite his goal, Bowman not pulling up any trees, although Bozanic has been poor, hasn't he? Right, on comes Michael Janota, one of the foreign players in the Mariners ranks. Oh, we're going to lose this one, aren't we? We're just not going to do it. We've got 5 minutes of added time, but it's just not happening for the Wanderers as another player goes into the book for Western Sydney. That is Bruce Kamau. And we've gone for it, all out attacking, but I think it's too little too late. Yeah, we're counting down the seconds here. This is going to be it. Negro with the ball in. Veteran Jan Jetovic, experienced hand, just keeps hold of it there. As De Silva beaten to the ball. I think that was Daniel Georgievski. Jordan O'Doherty, plenty of touches for him, and it is a 3-2 loss for the Mariners. A bit of an upset, you'd have to say, considering the league position and recent form. That has well and truly upset the apple cart here. In terms of scores today, Melbourne Victory got a big one away at Newcastle Jets, and that win has moved Western Sydney Wanderers up to 7th place on the ladder. We've now played 22 games, 49 points on the board, with Wellington Phoenix in second with 40. I think there's plenty to do for our next few fixtures. That was a little bit unacceptable, and I suspect that next time we play, there'll be a few changes. Do join me on Sunday for the A-League Rundown, when we look at all the happenings in the Mariners' massive universe, all the results, all the news, all the managerial changes, because there are 2 clubs without bosses at the minute, certainly permanent ones, not yet appointed. So tune in on Sunday for that. But thank you for joining me today. In a disappointing loss for Central Coast Mariners, we lose 3-2 to Western Sydney Wanderers in Gosford.